Assalamu alaikum everyone. Once again, I welcome you to my YouTube channel, that is Nawab Kiazi. Nawabkiazai. So, from now on, we are going to start a new series of tenses. Means, inshallah, if we are alive, if Allah wills, from now on, you can say whatever the video, whatever the lesson will come, that will be about tenses. So you can say this is the first video of tenses, and in today's lesson, we will learn past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous. You, if you want to see it, you can see it here. Past perfect continuous. Understood? So now let's know what a past perfect continuous is. Means what kind of sentences they are. So past perfect continuous is a sentence in which you mention an action that in past, you started in past and it ran a long time, then it stopped. In past, not in present. Past perfect continuous sentences are the actions that were started in past and ended in past. Means they do not belong to present. Understood? So now let's go to the examples so that we understand them very well. Look at the formula of your sentences, that how you will make the sentences, how you frame the sentences. Look at the formula. First of all, you have to put the subject plus had been plus verb ing form. So there are, you can say, four kinds of sentence. First one is positive. Second one is negative. Third one is interrogative. Fourth one is interrogative negative. Understood? So look at the first example, positive sentences, the example of positive sentences. Now here I want to tell you one thing, that with each and every subject, only had been helping verb is needed. Okay? The helping verb that is used in past perfect continuous, that is had been, with every subject, whether that is I, you, we, they, he, she, it. There can be a name Ali, or there can be two names as plural, Ali and Karim, but had been. Understood? Now let's read this sentence, you will understand very well. Look at the positive sentence, be positive. I had been teaching, you had been teaching, we had been teaching, they had been teaching, he had been teaching, she had been teaching, it had been teaching, Ali had been teaching, Ali and Kareem had been teaching. Now it's up to you that sometimes these sentences need an object. If you want to put an object, next to this main verb, you can also put. If you do not want to put an object, then your sentences are complete here with your main verb. Understood? For example, you can say that it's not written here. Orally, I'm just telling you. I had been writing a letter, or you can say I had been waiting for him, or you can say I had been watching TV. In this way, if you want to put an object there, you can also. Okay, but otherwise you can say your sentences are complete here. Understood? Now let's go to the second example, that is negative sentences. Negative sentences. I had not. You have to put this not. You can say between had and been. Here you can say had been. Now here you can say put had not been. Your sentence is negative. You see now, I had not been teaching, you had not been teaching, we had not been teaching, they had not been teaching, he had not been teaching, she had not been teaching, it had not been teaching, Ali had not been teaching, Ali and Kareem had not been teaching. Understood? Now let's go to the third example, that is interrogative sentences. So now here in interrogative sentences you have to put had at the beginning of the sentence, and been will remain, you can say there, you can say in its place, its own place. You have to put the you have to put had, then the subject, then been, then your verb with ing form. Understood? Let's read the example. Had I been teaching, had you been teaching, had we been teaching, had they been teaching, had he been teaching, had she been teaching, had it been teaching, had Ali been teaching, had Ali and Kareem been teaching. Okay, and you can say this question mark is needed here for interrogative sentences. You can see it's a full stop, it's a full stop. For positive sentences, full stop. For negative sentences, full stop. For negative sentences, full stop. But for interrogative sentences, a question mark is needed here. Here you cannot put a full stop, but rather you can put a question mark here. Understood? Now let's go to the second example of interrogative negative. You see, this is interrogative negative. Now here it was only had, but here you have to put had not. Okay, not you have to put here to make an interrogative negative sentence. Understood? Then your subject. Had not I been teaching, had not you been teaching, had not we been teaching. Now had not is the full form of hadn't. Short form is hadn't, full form is had not. Understood? But we mostly say hadn't. Why? Because we have been, you can say, habitually, because we've been used to, you can say, this short form. So we can say, hadn't I been teaching, hadn't you been teaching, hadn't we been teaching, hadn't they been teaching, hadn't he been teaching, hadn't she been teaching, hadn't it been teaching, hadn't Ali been teaching, hadn't Ali and Kareem been teaching. Understood? Now these are your examples, and here I would like to tell you one thing, that sometimes these sentences, perfect continuous sentences, are, you can say, used because of a reason. You can say that, when you started something that ran for a long time, after that, because of something, you can say, because of a reason that you stopped that action. If you want to mention that action, so that will be in past simple. Means with this, you can say, past perfect continuous sentence, you have to add that, you can say, the reason, the cause that you stopped that action, that will be in past simple. Means you have to add a piece of past simple sentence into this, you can say, past perfect continuous tense. Okay, so I have written an example here. Let's see which way we browse. I had been teaching for 8 years before I decided to set up a shop. I had been teaching for 8 years before I decided to set up a shop. Understood? Now, before I decided to set up a shop, it is past simple. Understood? Now this is past perfect continuous, and this piece is, okay, so this part of this sentence is in past simple. Understood? Now if you want to bring this part, you can say past simple at the beginning of the sentence, then you have to put a comma here. Understood? For example, if you want to say, before I decided to set up a shop, before I decided to set up a shop, comma, I had been teaching for 8 years. Understood? So this was, you can say, about cause, reason to be mentioned in this, you can say, regarding to this sentence. regarding to this action, that why you stopped that action or why that action was stopped. Understood? So when you mention that reason, so the reason will be in past simple, attached to the sentence. Attached to past perfect continuous to tell the reason that why you stopped that action. Now here you see, I stopped teaching. Why? Because I decided to set up a shop of my own. Understood? Means setting up a shop stopped my teaching. Understood? So here I would like to tell you one thing, that these sentences need also the usage of since and for. Now we will see that where since is used and where for is used. So when you want to mention the beginning point of that action, the time when you started that work, that action, you want to only mention the beginning point, then you have to use since. But if you want to mention the years, the months, the days, you can say the hours, the minutes, even the seconds, then you'll have to use for. Means when you count the months, the years, the days, the minutes, the seconds, the weeks, when you count them, that will be used in the middle, then you have to use for. But if you want to mention only the beginning point of that action, then you have to use since. For example, I had been teaching for 8 years. Okay, now you see why I am using for here, because of this, that 8. As I said before, when you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then you have to use for. But when you want to mention the beginning point of that action, then you have to use since. Like, I had been teaching since 2011. Now here I am just mentioning the beginning point of that action, that I started teaching. After that I could say I have nothing to do with the months, with the years, with the days, with the minutes, even with the seconds. Understood? This is the difference. And the second thing is this, that you cannot use state verbs in continuous sentences, whether it is past perfect continuous, whether it is past continuous, whether it is present perfect continuous, whether it is present continuous, whether it is future perfect continuous, whether it is only future continuous. You cannot use state verbs. So there are two major types of verb. One is action verb, one is state verb. Action verbs mostly relate to your body, means your physical movement. Means action verbs need the movement of your body, you can say moving your mouth. Now here you can say I am teaching, now my mouth is moving, you can say my hands are moving. So these are called action verbs. But state verbs only, you can say, relate to your mind. Means it is not necessary while using a state verb you use your hands or feet, means your body. Understood? Now let's know what state verbs are. Action verbs are easy, that while your body is moving or shaking, you can say you are doing something with your hands. These are called action verbs. Not only with your hands, it can be your eyes also. Like, I've been watching TV, or I had been watching TV. Now these are action verbs, you can say. But state verbs are those verbs which are related to your mind, only mind. For example, love, hate, like, dislike, want, think, and many more verbs like this. Now these verbs are connected to your mind. They have nothing to do with your body. For example, you know, if I stay here, silent, still I am, you can say, God forbid, I can hate someone. Understood? Or you can say, I want to go to Hajj. I want to perform Hajj. Now I am sleeping, still, I want to go to Hajj. If I am awake, still I want to go to Hajj. Now, to want something is that, something is in your mind. Not, you can say that you have to move your hands and feet, you can say. And also you can say, for example, God forbid, if I hate someone, so if I stay here like this, still, I can hate someone. If I love someone or something, so if I stay, you can say, here like this, still I can, you can say, love someone or something. So these are just, you can say, the words that are connected to, you can say, your mind, not, you can say, physical movement. Understood? So this is the difference between action verbs and state verbs. So I hope you have understood the concept of today's lesson. If we are alive, we will meet in a new video with a new grammatical point. So till then, stay awake.